Welcome and welcome back. I'm Martin, and in today's video we have this. And this. And this. And this. And this. And this. All the snippets you've just heard have been done with the new Ethera Gold Atlantis, and what a library, what a library. If you would have asked me a couple of weeks ago, Martin, what's the best female legato library out there to create these legato cinematic lines, obviously I would have said Hunger 4, which is even part of Jaeger from Audio Imperia. And yes, when it came out, it set the bar really high. But in my opinion, Atlantis sets the bar even higher now. Atlantis is part of the Ethera Gold series. The 2.5 has even lots of sound design and is for these really epic lines. Then there's the intimate voices, and now we have Atlantis for the mystic stuff, for the fantasy stuff, for the Celtic stuff. The singer is Clara Sorace. She's even the voice of Assassin's Creed, Ages of Empire, Cavalluna, and in my opinion, this library beats Hunger for at least 3 times for its price, for the quantity of content, and for the quality. Because not only, and we will go into these snippets now in detail, I will show you exactly what happened there. You don't only get these legato A and U and E and the romantic A and the phrase builder and hundreds and hundreds of sung phrases, and those phrases, they are in different keys and they are in different tempos, so it's so useful and it's so inspiring. No, you even get them in up to 2 different sounds for the exact same note in the exact same patch, and that's the game changer for me. It's nearly like working with Clara, personally here next to you, because you would like to have an A with the legato U patch, but you may not like the way it's sung. Then you just change the velocity and you trigger a different sample. And even for the legato itself, there are 2 different legatos then, binding the one note to the other, and that makes it so versatile. That makes it so incredible to work with it, because you don't have only, choosing the A or the I for the singing, in one variation. No, you get 2 of those. And normally, when I present the library, who knows my reviews knows that I write a demo song showcasing the library, how I would use it. I was in big trouble this time. Because, I took an old song of mine, it's the After the Battle, and I just renewed it with elements and took then the patch with the legato to get an idea of it, and then it already started in my head, like, oh, I have another idea. And as I played the next idea, it was, whoa, I would like to try even this and this and this, and this is how I created within a couple of hours so many different snippets in so many different styles, because it really brings you there. It really gives you, wow, this is cool, let me try this, let me try that. So I suggest we head over to Logic and I show you what exactly I did there with the various snippets. Before we get into this, I would like to say a word even about the producer of this. It's Stefano Maccarelli, an award-winning sound designer, and he must be mad for nailing out a library like this and then selling it for a price like this. So how he does, no one knows. There must be magic involved. And let's listen to those snippets that I did. As I said before, the very first piece is an old piece of mine. It was called After the Battle. It was orchestral. I just rebuilt it with elements and some percussion from Ape. And then I just placed those true legato lines on top. Let's have a listen. Switching through the articulations. The male voice in this case, I borrowed it from Ethera Gold from Daniele, but this is Atlantis, and this is how the legato sounds. So you see, you have two different sounds. I play it soft under the 77 of velocity. There comes the vibrato, and there's the breath out, so they are not looped, they are natural sung. And now I go velocity over 77. It's a different sample, and even the I do have here the articulations, with the key switches, and soft, hard. You hear the difference. Hard. There's this different line, and it's really, really nice. As we are already in here, before we go ahead with the other snippets, we have here the true legato, which is one patch. The first patch is the romantic legato, which is a softer tone. Wonderful detail, there are these transients before the voice is on tone, so you need to work with a pre-delay, but Stefano is really precise in his libraries because you have two possibilities for the pre-delay, and they are written there. There's a slow legato and there's a fast legato, and it's or minus 150 or it's minus 250, but it's even written there on the user interface. So what else would you wish for? Then the third instrument after the true legato is, in this case, the sustains, where you do have those phrases. You key switch then from one articulation to the other on the same note, and on the yellow keys you even have drones where you can for hours and hours I could go ahead with this. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. The fourth instrument is the phoneme builder. We'll talk about it a little later. You have the builder. You have up to 16 steps. Each step you choose exactly the nama re tu, the kyrie eleison, the cruise do minor, and then as you go from one note to the other, they are triggered. Really useful, even this, to build these phrases that you really think they have been sung. And then we have, as we are here already, you know, you have the home, where you have the attack, the decay, the sustain, the release. You do have the builder in this case, and you have an FX rec in there, you know, built in for the distortion, for the reverb, for the delay, all these nice things. And if we go back to the legato, for example, you have only the home and the FX rec, where you have the attack, the volume, and the legato and the release and the speed for the legato. So we continue with the instruments. We have been on the phoneme builder. Then you have the vocal phrases, and now it's getting nuts. So I have here the phrases. I can play two at the same time, or I switch on legato. And then it goes from one to the other, where I can even choose the offset where it triggers the sound. And I have the synchronization, if it's synchronized to the DAW or to itself with the time then. And even here on the yellow keys, I do have sound design to accompany these phrases. There haven't been drums. Is this cool? And that's not all. That's not all, because here I have in this case the phrases in C minor at 90 BPM. Look at this menu. You have other phrases in C minor. You have phrases in 110 BPM. I switch on the sync, and then here you see what I can do to the host or to its own time. That's so cool. I mean, Stefano, you are mad in a very positive sense. And then another really cool feature, you know, you have the C minor, you have the C major, the D minor, and so on and so forth. But you have a toolkit, and I used this later, where you get, like in this case, you see the four colors. You have the C minor, the D minor, the E minor, and the F minor. And with this, you can create crazy stuff. You will see this. So I continue here in the snippets that no, we're not through. Sorry, there's a sixth instrument, which is the reverse vocal phrases. I mean, that's the crazy stuff that only a sound designer can come up with. Really, really cool. Just backwards. As simple as that, but really cool. So, with the snippets, the next thing that I did here have been just triggering some of the phrases. You see, and you have the impression that she is really singing. What was the next thing that I did? I went here to the phrase builder, where I used this toolkit. So I have C minor, D minor, E minor, and F minor to choose from. I played those chords with, you know how much I love Project Sam, the Lumina, Symphonia, and Sordinos, and this is how it sounds then together. C minor, F minor, I mean, with something like this, I could go on, I don't know how much time just to play with it. That's so nice. I mean, I know I said this so often, and I'm not after the latest library always because I don't have time. But in this case, I needed to make an exception because this is exceptional. This is really incredible. Then I did something with the phone memes, the phones builder, where I used from Lumina a story which is called The Vision from the Fantasy section. Now, I mean, Atlantis is built for fantasy, Lumina is built for fantasy, and this is how they sound together. I like it. I like it. It's really, really, really gorgeous. The next snippet, I did it with, again, the phrases on, in this case, G minor, A minor, and B minor. And I used the wonderful, wonderful sunset strings from Realitone, where you do have the possibility to change an attack and then a release sample, just for those who don't know. So the note slides in, stays there, and has then a different release. And even with this, you can create so nice fantasy lines and then place the Atlantis phrases on top, and you get something like this. I'm again in love with the new library. Absolutely. The next bit I did again with the phonemes builder, where I switch through the various syllables, and the whole thing in this case accompanied with Lost Piano from Westwood, and it sounds like this. See there how it switches. We are coming to the last snippet I did, where I again used the phrases, in this case again the patch with the C minor, D minor, and so on, and I just used elements for the accompaniment, which is, they work really good together. Elements and Atlantis, they really work good together, so listen how even this sounds. I think you get the idea what I said before, that this library beats whatever is there, even for the quantity of content. I mean, how versatile is this? I like it. This was just my very first impression. There wasn't much time to prepare more. Probably there will be more, especially when this video come out the very same day. There will be then even a live stream where I will noodle around with it for at least an hour to really dive deep in. If you like content like this, then please maybe consider subscribing to my channel. It means a lot to me. There's even the link in the description where you can get this incredible library, Ethera Gold Atlantis. And I would say that's it from my side for today. Make good music always. Have a wonderful weekend. See you soon. Bye-bye. Whoa, you still here? Looking for any library? Check this one out. You want to learn something new? This one might be the right one for you. Here you can subscribe to my channel and consider even visiting my Patreon page for even more exclusive content.